Welcome back to Minnie's Boutique. I know you're saying, child, you still on that jumpsuit? Yes, I am, and today I will be drafting a mini version of my wrap top while I continue my sewing on the wrap top to the BCA jumpsuit. In reviewing the pattern, if you're still wondering, I paused for a quick second to post and draft the pattern for my viewers. So grab your pencil and notepad and let's get to it. I am using a different design basic bodice, but it will contain the same measurements. Well, it looks different to me. So starting from the top, I marked down about an inch from the top of the paper for the shoulder line and about 1/4 of an inch from the center back just to even my measurements. Then from the shoulder line, I measured down the distance from the shoulder to my upper bust. Standard measurements is about 10 inches, marking it across. I then measured again from my shoulder line to my under bust. Next, I measured down for the waistline, and in this basic bodice pattern, I included the hip line measurements also. Then I added 2 inches for the hem allowance or seam allowance across to the side front. Back up to the shoulder line, I will place my shoulder to shoulder measurement for the front bodice pattern divided by 2. These measurements will be marked on the shoulder, the new, and upper bust line. Next, go up 2 inches from the upper bust for the new bust. This is standard measurement. Then connect. Measure and mark the under bust line circumference divided by 4. This is the added length to the armhole. Add to the new bust line. Move down to the waistline and mark the circumference divided by 4 and the hip line circumference also divided by 4. Then from the shoulder point, measure down 1 inch. Next, measure and mark the armhole depth. With that same distance, divide by 2 for the midpoint. Next, standard measurements for the neckline is 3 inches in length and 3 inches in width. Mark and curve connecting both points. From there, connect the neck point to the 1 inch drop point on the armhole line, creating the slope line or new shoulder line. Then from the midpoint, go in by 0.5 or 1 inch. Connect the new shoulder point to the midpoint, then curve to the new bust extension. Oops, I forgot. Add 1 inch to the extension for sewing allowance. Now connect the armhole point to the underbust, waist, and hip points. The hem or the seam allowance will have the same measurements as the hip. This is the front pattern. Drafting the back pattern is not too much a difference and can be drafted on the same pattern as the front. Oops, yes, add 1 inch at the new shoulder line for seam allowance. Back pattern from the neckline, it is 1 inch in length and 3 inches in width. Then at the armhole line midpoint, go in either 0.25 or 0.5. Add 1 inch to the new bust extension for seam allowance, then curve from the midpoint to the new back bust extension. Remember to cut out the back bodice first, then the front. Sometimes I like to make a copy just in case. My video would just have to catch up. Thank you for watching. Your support is very much appreciated. Stay tuned.